Join me on a fascinating journey where I show you some of the techniques used in scale aeromodelling. Hello modellers, just a quick video just to show you a different sort of tissue. When we did the Blackburn wing previously, I used a J. Perkins tissue, which wasn't really a particularly high quality tissue, not by free flight standards, but it was okay. But the weave needed quite a bit of filling in, to fill the pores and what have you. So what I've used this time, this is Mike Woodhouse's Asuka, A-S-U-K-A tissue, which is the replacement for Asaki. Asaki you can't get anymore, but this is Asuka. So what I've done is I stripped all the airframe off. And for those of you that don't remember what the airframe looked like, this is what we have. 2 carbon spars, carbon leading edge, carbon trailing edge, and then I used a rather cunning carbon forming system where you pull epoxy impregnated resin through silicon tube while it's and then pin it around a former to actually make curved shapes in carbon. So that's how I made the wingtip. And there is some nylon bracing that keeps the whole airframe from twisting, lozenging. So that's the wing, and a paper covering here on the full size. This section is covered in plywood, so I just used paper underneath the tissue to give that effect. So what I wanted to show you, this is the Asuka tissue applied dry. So what I do is I iron the tissue to make sure, don't obviously use any steam or any water, but just use heat. I iron the tissue to get the folds and the creases out. And then I glue the tissue to the underside first, exactly the same way I did it in the other video. Dope around the outside, 2 layers of dope in this case, around the outside and on all the ribs. Then I lay the tissue on, and then I start with centre rib, and I just use thinners to soak through the tissue and then rub it with my finger and do a little 1-inch section at a time and work from the centre out and the centre in, just each rib, and then I wrap them around the leading edge. This has been shrunk with a bit of water because I have a little bit of a wrinkle through here. I'm not going to worry about it. I really am not. And then the top has just simply been applied dry. There's only dope around the edges, so it's only stuck down around the edges, nothing over the middle. So what I'm going to do now, live on camera, is I'm going to spritz it with some water. I don't know why I get droplets. Not a good enough mister, I think. And the other video I used the airbrush, and that was probably the best way to do it. But we'll give it a good spritzing of water. Just let that soak in for a few seconds. We're doing this because the Blackburn wings got crushed when I came back from the Nationals last year. The model got hit by another model while it was on a table and pretty much smashed the top post off of the Blackburn. It also damaged the wings and all the rigging wires. So I then put it in the back of the van and thought, right, I'll come home. And on the way home, something fell off a shelf and hit the wings as well. So I've had to repair some of the wing ribs that got broken. So this is why we're going through this process. I'm going to use it as an opportunity to put a bit of washout in the wingtips as well, which a couple of the guys thought the model would benefit from. So I'm going to put a bit of washout in. I'm also going to try and make that work with the rigging. Now you'll seen on the last Blackburn video, or the Blackburn video from last year, that the rigging took me a long time with all the little turnbuckles and everything else. I'm going to simplify it a little bit this time, and I'm basically just going to rig it. I'm not going to worry about the turnbuckles and all that sort of stuff to a certain extent. I'm just going to rig it to see if it flies okay. If it doesn't fly okay, then what's the point in going through all that pain again? It didn't fly very well at the Nationals last year, and to be honest, if I can't get it to fly really well, I'm not even going to take it. So that's just how it is. Right, let's apply a bit of heat, and we see if these wrinkles that I hope you can see will actually disappear. That's the hope. If it doesn't, you'll probably have me crying on camera. And you can see the wrinkles and it wafting around with the air from the dryer. And this is just a normal hairdryer I'm using here. I'm going to pull it further back. I don't want to disturb it too much. What I've also done with this wing is the little tubes that you might remember I fitted, the little 1mm with a sort of a 0.5mm hole down the middle that I used for the rigging points. I've made new ones, and these tubes actually come right to the surface of the tissue. I had a great deal of trouble finding them on the previous wing when I made the tubes, so all I've done is I've cut new tubes that made them the right length, exactly the right length, and the idea is that they will be easier to find. They'll sit near the surface. In fact, these two you can see are quite close to the surface, and you can actually see them. One there as well, one there. That should just make finding the rigging holes easier when it comes to that bit. It's just starting to shrink now. When you first put water on it, obviously it all sags and it gets really loose and baggy. My fear is that this won't actually shrink enough, but hopefully it will. I'm not showing you all of this process of tissuing and covering because if you look at the Blackburn video when I look at covering the wings, I think the video is titled something like underside of wings or something. Because the wings are undercambered, it's quite a tricky bit of covering on one of the on the Blackburn. For any of the really early types, undercambered wings does make it a challenge, shall we say. Well, that's looking really quite good, and there's a couple of little tiny, no, in fact they're not, they're just optical illusions. So I think that's all looking really good. All the wrinkles have gone. You can see it's now nice and taut. Just a couple of areas of damp still left. But nothing too much. But all the wrinkles have gone, which is exactly what I wanted. Now what I could do here is I could either brush a coat of dope on top of that, very thin dope on top. You've got to be very careful when you do an undercambered section, because if you loosen the dope that's holding the tissue to the undercambered section, it will lift. So I tend to put the dope on in short sections along the ribs and concentrate on putting dope on between the ribs. So anyway, there we go. That's that nicely covered, and yeah, all the wrinkles have gone. There's absolutely none left, so that's perfect. The underside I've already done. There's still a couple of little wrinkles in here. They might come out with the dope, who knows. And you can see the wing is nice and flat. So what I'm going to do is once it is all doped and ready to go, is I'm just going to lift the trailing edge probably by 1/2 inch and then let it dry with it in that attitude. So that's that wing done. I've got to do the other wing today and fit it to the model and do all the rigging just in one day. So I think I've probably set myself too big a challenge there, to be honest, but we'll see. Need to get a coat of dope on that as well. Right, there you go. Just a short video just to show you how it all works and that I'm still alive. All right, take care. See you soon.